Welcome back, guys, to my return to Chernarus series here with the Slippery Gym. And we're just leaving Pilana. As you can see, it's day 3 for my character. Got the old flashing drink here, so I'm just going to sort that out with a bit of food and drink going. At this stage, when you do log out for any period of time, the game actually continues to use up hunger and thirst for some reason, so that's why it's always good to keep food and drink in your inventory for when you log back in. Let's try and get out of Pilana without aggroing any zombies here. And we'll head for the hills, still heading north. And we were trying to find some vehicles at these so-called vehicle spawn points, but what the dickens was that? Someone on direct chat or something. I don't know what that was, some bizarre language. Anyway, what was I saying? Basically, we're trying to find some vehicles, looking at the vehicle spawn points that are up on the DayZ wiki, but haven't had any luck so far. So I've checked out Delina, Pilana, and we'll have to I guess find another town. And I have aggroed a zombie. Okay, let's get the heck out of here. And probably going to pick up a few more here in a second. I just hope there's no other players in the area, because as you can tell, I just logged into the game. I don't know if there's people around or not. Is there a barn down there where we could fight these zombies off in? Somewhere safe would be nice. Or I guess I could just run up the hill and take them out the hard way. Alright, let's just get away from the town a little bit so I don't get any more zombies coming from the town area. Once I start firing, this should just about do it. Still heading in the right direction, more or less. Got about 5 or 6 back there, I think. It's a shame that the fences don't really slow them down much. Like, they pretty much go straight through the fences, so... I'll just keep going for a bit. And we'll switch to the pistol in a second here, I think. Let's take out these first couple. Trouble with switching to your pistol is that it takes so long. The animation is just so slow that by the time you get your pistol out, they're right on top of you. So yeah, we managed to take them out all out with the M4 anyway. And there's nothing worth picking up off them, so I think we've just got 1 or 2 more coming after a fight off those shots, so let's just wait for these dudes to come to the party. Actually, we've got about 4 of them coming. God damn it, this thing's not very good from distance. Wasted a whole heap of bullets on that zombie. One's still alive. Try from closer quarters here. Wow. A lot of failage. Never mind. I think they're all dead. And nothing on these. Alright, let's keep moving. Get the M4 out again just in case there's some PvP action up ahead, and we'll keep going across here. Okay. Just trying to work out exactly where we are and where we want to go. So the road's down there. Alright, let's scope things out a little bit here and get the GPS out. Right, let's find where we are on the map first. Okay, so we're about here. And zoom in a little bit here. We might head across to this town here next, because Gorka is actually supposed to have a vehicle spawn as well. I think a couple of them actually. The gas station and the barns are supposed to have cars occasionally. So we'll try that out. There's a gas station over there. Gas station. We actually call them service stations in Australia. Or servos. We don't call it gas at all. It's petrol. Or fuel. But we're a bit strange in the land down under. I'm actually going to buy a new car soon. I got an insurance payout, so that's pretty awesome. Okay, we might actually check that out. I can't see any cars near it, but we'll make 100% certain. Yeah, I'm pretty much into my cars. When I was just in high school, I pretty much got my license as soon as I possibly could. Like literally on the day that I could legally get it, I got it. And I did get it first try, which was good. A lot of people fail. Fail the first time, especially if you're a boy, because the testers seem to be a little bit harder on the young dudes going for their license. Let's just check this area here for snipers and whatnot. Yeah, and when I was younger, I was really into my hotted up modified cars. And my first car was actually a Ford. It was a small body sedan, and it was originally, I think, a 4-cylinder. But when I bought it off this guy who was like really into modifying cars and hotting them up and that. And he'd crammed the biggest V8 he could fit in it. Had like a racing manifold, 4-barrel carby. This is the older motors actually that didn't have fuel injection. Huge air cleaner, like literally this thing was about, I don't know, 10 centimeters high, and only just fit under the bonnet. And any higher it would have needed to have a oh my god! What the heck is that? Someone's spamming music into the chat. That's super annoying. Hope that doesn't keep up. Yeah, anyway, as I was saying, basically, if it was any bigger, I would have had to cut a hole in the bonnet to fit it under there. But the main thing with that is it also had extractors and all of that sort of thing. But the main advantage of all that is not just do you get really good fuel economy for a powerful engine if you have manifolds, like if you have extractors and you know, a big exhaust which is sat on it as well, and 4-barrel carbies and massive air cleaners and all that. You also get heaps more power, so you get more power, more efficiency out of the engine. And this thing was actually as fast as a Porsche in terms of acceleration. So but it didn't look like a hot car from the outside. So you could like burn people off at the lights, and they would just stare at you with their jaws dropped because they didn't expect that kind of power out of the car. It was such a sweet car to drive as well. Had a really nice sound to it, the chunky cams and all that. But unfortunately I went to the movies one night and made the mistake of parking it outside. Left the old club lock in the back seat without putting it on the steering wheel. Didn't have an alarm system. When I came out it was gone, someone had stolen it. Found it the next day, of course. Parked over someone's driveway, and they'd actually cut off one of the seat belts to tow it with, the thieves, and they'd stolen basically everything from the manifold up off the engine, and weird stuff like the dipstick for some random reason they stole, and stuff like that, but left the tyres on it and everything. So that was pretty annoying, and it took me a while to rebuild it, but I actually upgraded a few of the parts in the process. That was my first car, so I'm into my cars. I don't really have super hotted up cars now. They're a bit more tasteful, a bit more adult if you like, but they are still a little bit sporty, and I usually, the first thing I do on them is put extractors on and upgrade the exhaust system. You get a better sound of it out of a car as well if you do that. But the cars in DayZ are pretty crappy from what I've seen. But they're definitely going to be better than running around like you're doing a marathon everywhere. Gets pretty old after a while. Let's check out what we've got here. It'd be good if we found some more ammo for the CZ. Sometimes you can find it in barns if you get lucky. Got some firewood. And yeah, the Gorka barns. Well, this is a Gorka barn, but I'm not sure where around it these vehicles are supposed to spawn. But obviously, like a lot of the time, people are already going to have found the vehicle and taken it off, forwarded it, or whatever. So it's a pretty low percentage chance of finding a vehicle at every spawn point, unless you server hop or something like that. We've got some rain coming down now, so I wonder where we should go now. Should we check out the town itself? Can't see any vehicles out here. Yeah, and I didn't have much luck with my cars early on. My second car was another Ford, Australian version of an XY Falcon. It was a retro car. It was in mint condition, and I was going to do it up to look like a Phase 3 GTO, which was like my dream car at that age. And what happened to that one was I was just driving behind this dude, this council worker dude, coming up to an intersection, and just for no reason at all, this guy just stops his car and reverses without looking behind him, and smashed into the front of my car. Smashed all the grill up, the radiator and all that. And he obviously wasn't looking where he was going. I mean, what kind of person does that, honestly? Bizarre. So yeah, that pretty much damaged the car, and with a car like that, you know, you can panel beat it and stuff back into shape, but once they've been in an accident, you're never really going to get them back to the mint condition again. So I ended up selling that car, but that was such a nice car. The trouble with those really old cars is that basically everything perishes and wears out on them. I mean, that car was like 30 years old at the time, and they're very easy to repair, but it's just everything just disintegrates and wears away on them. It's just one thing after another. What I would really like to see people do is like bring out a reissue of some of those old classic cars, but with modern like electronics and everything, but keep the body shape the same and that sort of thing, and the you know, the interiors and that. But I don't know if they could do that because of safety regulations changing and stuff. I don't know. But I mean, they reissue guitars and stuff like that all the time. Like, if you look at electric guitars, like I used to be in a band, and most electric guitars that you see musicians using are actually retro guitars. Like, guitars technology hasn't really progressed that much in terms of what people use regularly from the 60s, 50s and 60s. Those old Gibsons, like Les Pauls, that's probably my favourite type of guitar myself. I've got one. And your Fenders, your Strats and all that. Basically they just reissue those, and they're pretty much identical to how they used to be. Because people deliberately like that old-fashioned sound that you get. It's the same with guitar amplifiers. Pretty much the standard for rock guitar amplifiers is a valve amplifier, you know, head and cabinet or whatever. I mean, man, that is technology from like, I don't know, the 50s. Valve, what have we got here? We've got a Enfield. Wouldn't touch one of those with a 10-foot barge pole unless I really needed it. But yeah, the valves, man, that is 50s technology. That's like the steam age, but you get the better sound quality out of it. Or it's all subjective, of course, but you get a warmer, smoother sound, like in the way it distorts and stuff like that. And yeah, I've had a good look around this barn as well. This is more of a cow shed really, but there's no repairable vehicles up here. Okay, so bit of rambling on there, but you've got to talk about something when you're walking around endlessly in DayZ. It kind of gets to a point in DayZ where you've got everything, except for maybe the dream item, like night vision goggles or something like that you're after, and you're pretty much kitted up, and there's, you know, there's not a great deal of new stuff to do to challenge yourself. Maybe it'll be like Minecraft. Like with Minecraft, Notch brought in the Ender Dragon that you had to defeat, and that was kind of the end game scenario for Minecraft, which didn't really have an end game or anything until he brought that in. And maybe Rocket will bring something like that in DayZ, something like missions or something, I don't know. That'd be pretty cool if you did. Otherwise, once you've got everything, it's just like what do I do now kind of thing. So I mean, at this point I haven't really got everything myself. I definitely, what we're doing now is really the next step for me, finding a vehicle and repairing it, or just finding a vehicle full stop. It'd be cool if we found someone's camp and just stole some fully operational vehicles. Anyway, what we might do now is, since we've run out of these little towns to explore, I guess I could go across to Berezino, east of here, but I don't know if it's worth going across there or just going straight up north to the northeast airfield yet again. I've already been there, what, 4 times or something in this with this character. But I kind of like it up there, you know, because you haven't got heaps of spawn points up there compared to the northwest airfield, but so far I've been lucky in terms of not having much company from bandits and stuff like that up at the northeast airfield. The other thing with DayZ is that there's just no challenge whatsoever in between the towns. Like, there's no zombies to worry about, there's nothing hostile, except for other players, obviously, but there's just so few of them in between the towns that you know, once you've got all the gear that you need, you can basically just roam around in the forest with little or no risk. Okay, so there's the gas station. That's the one we went to, isn't it? Pretty sure it is. What's this over here? Don't want to aggro that zombie. Might have a look at this structure to see if there's anything here. I don't think I scoped this out before. Just wait for him to wander away. There's a zombie right next to me somewhere. Must be one of those hoppers. Monkey zombies. Oh, there's nothing here anyway. So we're at the T junction here. Stupid error message. Okay, let's have a quick look up here. Where do I get in? Around here. Just aggroed a zombie. Okay, have a quick look in here. Get in, get in. Nothing. Fantastic. Alright, let's get our bearings here. And we'll head on through the forest here. Keep going in this direction, I guess. It'd be cool if I found a ghillie suit as well. Have the whole wardrobe for DayZ happening. It's a shame that there's only 3 outfits, really. They should bring back the bandit skin. That was pretty cool. The camo outfit actually blends in pretty well with this sort of terrain here with the brown and the green.